for pre-need funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Silica, Childersburg. Funeral service for Herschel Allen Mcdonald, age 75, of Sycamore, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock in Curtis & Son North, with Reverend Wayne Fowler officiating. Burial to follow in the Fayetteville Methodist Cemetery. Visitation Friday from 5 till 8 at the funeral home. Mr. McDonald died May 31st at his residence. Online condolences at curtisonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Mr. Terry Goodwin died at his residence in Westover last night. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, will announce the arrangements. Celebration of life for William Bernard Kendrick Jr., age 22, will be Friday at 2 o'clock from Free Will Worship Center in Silica, with the Reverend Anthony McGregor officiating. Interment in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery in Silica. Mr. Kendrick died May 27th in Childersburg. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, Silica, directing. Thomas Allen Kane of Dadeville, formerly of Silica, died at East Alabama Medical Center on May 24th. He was 69 years old. A memorial service will be held in Tommy's honor Friday at 2 p.m. from Unity Free Will Baptist Church in Silica. In lieu of flowers, please consider donations to Feral Dogs of Avondale Mills, 41 Shelter Lane, Silica, 35150. And that memorial service to be Friday at 2 o'clock. Tommy is a graduate of 1971 of B.B. Comer High School. That memorial service will be held 2 o'clock, Unity Free Will Baptist Church in Silica on Friday. Funeral service for Audrey L Herrmann, age 97, of Silica, is Friday at 10:30 from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Doctors Rick Patrick and Larry Morrison officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Harmon died on Memorial Day, May 31st, at his residence. Visitation is tonight from 6 until 8 o'clock at the funeral home. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Silica, directing. Celebration of life for the Reverend Harold W. Cummings, age 73, formerly of Opelika, will be Friday at 3 o'clock from Providence Baptist Church, West Campus in Tallapoosa County. Dr. Rusty Sowell and Reverend Andy Kidman officiating. Music will be provided by Scott Brand. The family will receive friends on Friday, 1 until 3 o'clock at Providence Baptist Church, West Campus. Reverend Cummings died Monday, May 31st, at his residence. And he was well known in preaching circles. He served as pastor at Rocky Creek Baptist Church in New Site for some 32 years. After retirement, he returned to Providence Baptist Church. Brother Harold was a graduate of Grace Bible Institute, began pastoring back in 1974. He loved gospel music and sang for many years the sounds of the trumpet quartet in Opelika. In lieu of flowers, the family requests that memorial contribution be made to the Providence Baptist Church, 2807 Lee Road, 166, Opelika, Alabama, 36804, or to the Rocky Creek Baptist Church, P.O. Box 873, Alexander City, Alabama, 35011. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Jather Creighton Sr., formerly of New Site. That service will be Saturday at 1 o'clock from Wright's Funeral Home Chapel, with interment to follow in the Mount Zion Memorial Gardens. Visitation Saturday, 11 o'clock until service time. Wright's Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Amy Roberts died on Memorial Day, May 31st. And memorials can be made to the St. James Episcopal Church, 347 South Central Avenue in Alexander City, Alabama, 35010. A private graveside service for the family will be held Friday at Alexander City Cemetery. Visitation at St. James Episcopal Church beginning at 1 o'clock on Friday, with memorial service to follow at 2 p.m. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. And Miss Beatrice Golden, age 70, died Saturday at her residence. Graveside service Friday at Peace and Goodwill Baptist Church Historical Cemetery in Kellyton, Alabama. Visitation is today, 4 until 7 o'clock at the funeral home. Final arrangements entrusted to Armour's Memorial Funeral Home in Alexander City. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Silica, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Silica, Childersburg.